come up. Well, the more often we stay out of the choices which tend to limit and restrict us, the more often we feel in the flow. We must consciously be in the game of life, of soulful evolution, by mentally moving and participating in it. Because in truth, we are born of it. We try to get out of it. I do. I tried last week. I got all caught up in the effects of the world. Didn't take long to get over it. About 4 days. Used to take 3 weeks. But I go right to what I know about me. First of all, whatever is appearing is not the truth of who I truly am. And I eliminate the stinking thinking of my life as I know it to be. And then I ask, what else is there? And there it goes. So, we get caught up. And then we have reminders that say, hey, you, raise your mental awareness. And part of the awareness is that we must allow Spirit to play through us, not get caught up within us and stifled and in jail and imprisoned. And to allow it to play through us as all of those pieces of our life, all the players on the game of life, all of its parts, all of its pieces. Why? Because Spirit works for us by working through us and as us. Always. Always. It's the law. I love that phrase. It's the law. It's powerful. It's the law. I fought the law and the law won. The law always wins. It's always showing us what we're thinking and believing. You love it? I love it. Uh-oh, don't love that. It worked, but it worked differently, without as much clarity as we probably needed to have for it to be working over here rather than over here. Ernest Holmes reminds us in the textbook, it cannot work, the law, any other way. It spreads itself over the whole universe and shouts at us from every angle. Not that it shouts at us from every angle. But it can become power to us only when we recognize it as a power. Now, we cannot recognize that it is while we are believing it is not. That's one of the hardest, most difficult hurdles for me as a young student in this teaching, was to get past the thinking that I myself have no power, but that there's no power to back up who I am. And once I let it play itself through me, get out of its way, and let the power, I don't have the power. The power's there. You've got to open the door of your thinking for that to flow. Now, I have a very deep and strong spiritual faith. And it gets stronger all the time because it gets more clear. It's not as firm, strong, stubborn as it used to be. It's firm and strong and open and free as it should be for me. And like my physical body, my faith is in constant evolution. Now, I have faith in several areas of my life. Faith in gravity. It works, you know. Planetary orbits. Still working, right? What's our role in that? Huh? Tide's in the ocean. Go out, tide. Come back in, tide. It's not our job. We don't feel that. I also have a lot of faith in the unseens. The unseens. Like the germination of a seed. It just does it, right? If you leave it alone. How about wind? Who has seen wind? I haven't.
Neither you nor I.
We see the effect. We don't see the wind. Another one, electricity. Do we see it? No. We see the effect. Like these magic candles, you know. Good night. Good morning. It's in there, but we have to trust that it is. Turning on a light switch. I have a lot of faith in that. Even when the power's out. I go over and, oh, yeah, the power's out. So I have a lot of faith in things, you know? Is the electricity there? Well, maybe not there at the switch, but it's there. I have faith that it's there. Well, the power of spirit is how I relate to electricity and how it operates. The power of spirit is always back of our belief. The power of spirit is always back of our belief, our thoughts, and our words. But sometimes there are moments we just can't get the power going when and where we think it should be. Faith and a trust in that perfect order does play out for our greater good. By having faith and trust in the perfect order of life. Now, the big thing with the light switch, what I've learned is that, okay, I must use an alternate source. I have to be patient. It's going to come on at the perfect time. And trust that there's a reason that there's no power at that moment. We had an experience here where we had no power in one place. And Dr. Keith back there, you know, it took a little bit of research, and you know, the outcome was not that we didn't have power, but that there was a better way to have it show up in that closet. Because there's a little bit of danger there. It needed to be fixed. So it was a blessing, not in disguise, but in disguise. So in the perfect order, the right outcome, timing of life and spirit, that trust, that patience, that, oh, what else needs to happen here? What needs to be learned here? What needs to be clarified here? You know, many times faith, as a term, we struggle with. So, you know, what is faith? What is faith? You know, faith is, as Ramona Carroll wrote, putting all your eggs in God's basket, and then counting your blessings before they hatch. That's faith. Isn't that right, Marlene? Mm-hmm. There are four important players in this game of community which contribute to a healthy one. And so if you're ready, here come the characters. The first one is named I Am. And that's the little one that recognizes that God is. That there's the power back of every thought. And the second one is named Me Too. The one that knows that each of us is an individualized spiritual participant. And the third player, it's called showman. Showman. That within you, as Spirit's artist, is a masterpiece of unique quality. It is the sweet spot player of every evolving good. And the fourth player, and of course the one we can't forget, is trusty. Good old trusty. The trust in yourself with a capital S, which is Spirit. Well, the cast of characters that I named, the I Am, Me Too, Showman, and Trusty, all are essential aspects of our inner selves, playing life as the individual you that you choose. Judy Garland said, always be a first-rate version of yourself instead of a second-rate version of somebody else. Always be a first-rate version of yourself. Why be like anybody else? It wouldn't be you. It wouldn't be you. So, beloveds, remember, only you can bring your uniqueness and the unique you to your life. Do it by consciously creating from your sweet spot, the sweet spot of your soul. The true gift you bring is your authentic self. It really is. It really is. Remember this too. We are in this together. We are in this together. One in community. And it begins with one. You all by yourself are a community of thoughts and ideas and beliefs, beauty and love and joy. There is so much potential in the one. One God, one perfect idea. There you are. There you are. Here I am as well. One. 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 Namaste. So it is.